Hello and welcome to Talk With You, where they come to you live from Afro Radio 105.3 FM. And when I can say Talk With You, they come down every Sunday at 5. And me now, our host Tricia. And today we're there for talk about things that way they affect girl picking them. As we now all know, Talk With You is a program where they shed a light on young people, people that they do extremely well in their own diverse ways, and also women them, affected women them, especially when it comes to rape issues, sexual violence, and all that in the way the deterrents them go on before. And today inside the studio, I get a guest. We can talk to una concerning things like that. So today Talk With You focus on women. Till I come back again, I'm Tricia. My family wanna kusha once more again. As I tell you today we talk about girl picking them, and we get somebody inside the studio we can tell we what in their organization they all about and how they support picking them. We don't get affected by this pandemic. We don't come now the country where for years now people they try for keep quiet about them. People they try for squeeze them down, but we need to talk about them. When this rape and sexual penetration against with small girl picking them, and we get a group of men them where don't decide for stand up and say no to the company man the way they do certain things then like that day. Inside the studio with me, I get Mukson Wege for can tell you more but the organization. We get on a text message, we get for form part of the program, and also on a comment them on Facebook. You already know us if you want to watch real live on Facebook, you can go just text type Talk With T, and you go watch them live on Facebook, and you also get them live on YouTube. Mukson, you go say family, kawa to family.
Good evening, my family.
Okay, Mukson, you can tell people what's in your own organization they about and what's in our organization in it.
Actually, me they part of Men's Up Initiative. But Men's Up Initiative now a consortium of different organizations. Them, we me own organization are one of the consortium members. Them, okay. We're a Mother's Choice Foundation. Mm-hmm. We they work on sexual gender-based violence, and as well as we they work on sexual reproductive health right. But Men's Up Initiative they will come out, they work on various issues the way they affect women and girls. Them, and you don't see some of the things they will just do within this 1 or 2 months, due to the epidemic of sexual violence against women and girls in society.
And that now one of the reasons where draw me come to una, because as I say, una as man them don't decide for put hand together follow we fight this particular epidemic. Waiting on it una don't do for this short while, because men's up na something like a 1 month old baby, right, or more.
Okay, Men's Up Initiative don't they exist since 2019,
okay.
But like it get the spotlight within like this 1 month, we say so, okay. Due to the high rate of number of rape cases them we done the record in the country and sexual penetration. Mm-hmm. We don't get so many cases them where the figures them not really encouraging to our society, and okay. We see then they eat into the fabrics of food development, and it don't pose a national threat to women and girls in the society. That's why Men's Up Initiative decided for Canada Spotlight for try for see and able help other organizations the way they fight against rape and other forms of violence against women and girls.
Okay, so like what you say, una come for fight against this rape issue. What una don't do within this 1 month, because for the last time I think I saw una up na I think cutting tree and una they try for make una voice be heard. How una don't impact this situation?
Since we lost the late Khadija Sako last month, let me say so. What thing happened so far? We decided for stage a peace match. Okay. But the first peace match will be staged was from different organizations: Kids Advocacy Network, Feminist United Sierra Leone, mine, and other people. Men's Up BDD. So when we meet as Men's Initiative, because we were on the front line, we will stage that match. That protest, we get a huge number of people. We send the likes of Asma James, Nasu Fufana, and other people were there. So we were part of it. After the demonstration ended, we decided that now this should be a fight against men. And so far so good. We done the stage peace march them across the country. We just end one Nabo yesterday, and tomorrow will be in Kenema also. We are touring nationwide to demonstrate against sexual gender-based violence against women and girls, calling on the authorities to act and calling on the law enforcement agencies to enforce the laws that have been put in place for the safety of women and girls.
Okay, we see so now they come out, they say now they demonstrate and all. How this demonstration, which impact this demonstration don't create? Because we don't see say a whole lot of times organizations then go just poke up, just come up and say, okay, we are demonstrating for this rape issues, we are demonstrating towards this violence where they go towards against women them. But at the end of the day, it's just for that moment. Like Salona just tempo no more. Within that moment, it just happened, then everything gets for die.
You see, one thing is people like if you see demonstration that create an impact. Let me tell people, say demonstration that create an impact.
Okay.
For the mere fact that once somebody go on the street, they're all a black hat. Somebody must write about it. Somebody must report about it. It must be in record.
Yes, it must be in record. I'm not caught you there, but it's you know say Sierra Leone a place where they know they keep up with archives. You the records are there.
Men's Stop Initiative, we demonstration and we peace match them all over the host, not only the broadcast in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
Recently I just returned from a yearly training from Ghana. Again, networking from 9 different West African countries.
Okay.
When within me networking, again, members the way from other countries, the way now journalists them. We first demonstration was collapse on that now June 24th. When I collapsed, me photos and some of my videos then was broadcast live in the Gambia, Nigeria, as well as in Cameroon, in Togo also. Unknowingly to me, only when I recover from me collapse, when I begin go through my Facebook, I begin see some posts that will then tag me through in a national TVs, then broadcast some of my photos. So it sent a message out there that something bad is going on in Sierra Leone, and people that are responsible, they get for pressure them for enforce the law. And luckily, some of the things they already demonstrate, what they demand, don't create some amount of impact. We demonstrating with placard to be the right say the judiciary need for be a separate one. We need for get court sittings and for separate sexual penetration. We don't get them. They don't be approved. We request till we forget rehabilitation centers, them way the government launch what they call one-stop centers. So there is an impact within the demonstration, because whenever we demonstrate, the authorities come to us to negotiate some of the things they will want. And it's not like negotiating, but we propose some of the things they will want for the in place. Because for so long we don't use pen and paper, we don't do projects, we don't do this, we don't do that. So we've exhausted all the means that we have. You ask most of the big activists, the way they're renowned, they know them cut across the continent or Africa, they will tell you we have used all the means we have exhausted. So let's take it to the street now. Let them know that we are frustrated, we are tired, and we need some of these things to be put in place. That's what we are taking to the street.
There's this notion going on saying that because like Khadija is connected to influential people, now the reason that they make Khadija an issue just there out there. And I can take you way back when we get that incident with that Peking where still in a wheelchair, we not grab it. Yes, people came out and all, but the force about it was not there like this. Is it because she's connected with people outside and maybe connected with people in governance, or people that we get the right connections make people really take up this Khadija issue?
We are not going there. We're not going to the street for Khadija. We're going there for the Khadijas. Remember when the First Lady launched the program a few days ago, where he launched the court sitting, the special court sitting room for sexual issues then, a request that the government of Sierra Leone gave a name on behalf of Khadija as the Khadija's court. And also, because now for Khadija, it's as the Khadija's court, because every girl out there right now is a Khadija. It can be me, it can be you tomorrow, it can be your sister, your mother, any other person. Sexual penetration does not choose because they don't penetrate to people. We're not going there for Khadija. It's not because Khadija is connected to influential people. But in every society, somebody they win at the spotlight. They don't kill. When I watched the record of America from 2014 to now, they don't kill over 32 black Americans then. George Floyd, now in sparked the light. When people they know they demonstrate for almost 2 months. Recently, yesterday, I watched on TV, they were still demonstrating that they will not leave the street until Donald Trump condemned the act and put the law enforcement, they say, this now so and so now for you. Even though change don't take place across the world, black trade, slave, they will be don't involved in this, they don't say they give donation to black communities there, the statues of black slave trade, they don't destroy in England, changes don't take place. But somebody sparked that change. That was George Floyd in America. So similarly in Sierra Leone, me one considers Khadija sparked the light.
Okay.
Because Khadija issue become a trend in issue. It called on the attention of so many people. No, it's not because of the connection with the little girl get, but watch at what the little girl go through. Just put yourself in that situation, or put your own picking in that situation there, and picture why we take it to the street, why we are shouting, I am Khadija, why we are shouting, we need justice for Khadija, why we are shouting, so on and so forth. You just look into that. We are not there for Khadija. Khadija is not the only one who's going to undergo this.
Okay, it's the fact that you don't already make us say another day for Khadija. But let's take, for instance, cases the way we don't happen way back. Are we just going to sit down and start from Khadija's own issue to President Kambarimba and every other person way there around? Are we just going to start from this issue to the one that would be after them, or we have to go back, take back, because there are kids out there will still not get justice? Are we going to just let them say your issue we don't pass and all?
In 2019, we have a demonstration. I think in December or November.
Okay.
We went there to the former IG Richard Moiba, who was there. What happened? Richard Moiba promised we say. Then go look into all the other old cases. Then he go request for all files to be brought up back again.
Okay.
Then go into let them do thorough investigation. Similar promise has been made by the current IG when we go in office with the police clearance. So then go ensure say all the other old cases they will complain of say justice has not been serving those people. Then go ensure so that then department they were responsible for that then go make sure so then people then they get justice. You see how one person lead to another way of success. Okay. It doesn't mean because of Khadija is attached to so and so and so forth. Let's stop this. This is a problem what I told Aisha to say on the last time where Aisha hosted me. I said we have a mindset in Sierra Leone that is fixed mindset. If they don't believe in me, Papa, I be Muslim. If I want change for become a Christian, I will never change. That's the fixed mindset. And let's stop it. That's now one of the factors that way to make us grow. We are not there for Khadija because Khadija has some influential people, but we are there for what Khadija's go through. We are there for other people who went through it. And to ensure that happens, somebody must stand up. And so when it happens to Khadija, we said, now this is too much now. We can't bear this pain anymore. We can't hold our peace anymore. So we need to take it to the street. Now we go to the streets for demonstrate.
Okay, don't forget to say you're listening to Talk with T, where they come to you live on Facebook and live on our free radio 105.3 FM. You for the house can be part of the program by sending in a text message to 1053. And you were out there where they watch me live on Facebook. You can left your comment on our Facebook wall and we go read down for you. If you're out there, you'll not be part of any of them platform, Talk with T platform, either the Facebook platform or the YouTube platform. It doesn't cost you anything. Just go on Facebook, like the page, follow the page, and anytime way we come up, you go get we. And also, if you go on YouTube, you can just type Talk with T, your host Tricia, and you subscribe to the channel. And anytime where we get something new on YouTube, you yourself go able listen, watch, and contribute. The only way we go support Sierra Leoneans and for go and for make we put an under what thing they do. And Talk with T need on for put an under and for let insert go worldwide. As I be the same. You say una not do it because of any influential stuff and all, and IG don't promise when I say for do go back to them cases then where them we don't they talk about before and we not be get justice yet. Let's say there's a particular case where una be so interested in before and there was no way, but along the line, somebody be don't compromise. Let's say maybe the papa or the mama or the family members, they don't say, okay, we don't want any fracas right now. We just want forget peace. We just forget about this and move on. So what will they do towards them people and they, because it's not about you saying I'm going to fight somebody's case when no want to fight them. So what will they do towards that?
First of all, for say we begin a special issue. We don't choose issues to address.
Okay.
Anything we get for deal with violence against women, especially sexual penetration, we don't joke with it. Okay. We don't select. Some people are on Facebook talking, saying all kind of stuff against us. Say we do selective advocacy, we they choose the people who they address the issues. No. Some of the issues them like we highlight, so some of this parent them before we go they don't compromise the issue. But one thing we have achieved so far is the amendment of the Sexual Offence Act. It's clearly stated in it that anybody will compromise some of the issues there, any violence against women, especially sexual penetration outside a court sitting. then go find and guilty, and the law go punish him. So you either listen right now, you know, say you don't involve in some of the thing that you compromise with that. Definitely know say when they go come back to that case, you the perpetrator when get a special issue with the court therefore deal with now.
So now it's not only about the offenders them. It also have to do the way they compromise with the case.
Don't know they condole the issues there. How on earth you go condole such an heinous crime? You know?
Okay, like right now, so like when I don't go out there and I don't demonstrate, it's good and all when I don't create that impact. And I want to say kudos to Papa government because they don't listen to some of the cries them. They don't carry the special court we get for fast track thing them because this particular court they especially for sexual offense, and we not get go in a court and tell you say we get for the other cases them more. This court day for that particular issue day. So it's high time. It's not all about you going out in the street. Have you been doing sensitization? Because there are kids out there where really they suffer things like this and they don't know who to talk to. They're so fragile that they don't want to talk about things like this. Are you going out there finding these victims that are suffering in silence?
That's why we did design something. It may be a project, it may be a 2 or 3 days event or organize as a community engagement. Okay. And we have mainly focus on peer-to-peer group engagement. Okay. Because when they talk to themselves, they get freedom than when they talk to somebody of like high profile and other thing. You get me? When they talk to themselves, some information they don't need for release, then go release that. So we get a set of people like among who go for key the way they go communicate to the young colleagues them. Where we go for engage them communities to communities. Mainly we go for focus first from the boys and the men. Why we are doing this is because this is a men's up stuff and mainly we want to target men to change their attitude, the way they behave towards women, to change the mentality of seeing women as sex objects. Okay. That we primarily focused on it. So when we achieve that, we come to the peer-to-peer group engagement among them, the women and girls. They engage themselves. When we don't get some of the feedbacks and some of the issues there, we know we are in to step in, because we can't just go. Said okay, we don't find out this person a rape victim before, or the child molest, they don't the assault or they don't the harass them. Then we take up the issue for them. We get for really dig into the issue proper one before we go. What's bad the most is the sense that you make up a case that you not get enough evidence for prove your case. The lack of evidence, it will affect you. So when we engage them, the feedbacks and other thing they will do, we'll be able to know where else to intervene.
Okay. Family, I'm not forget to listen to Talk With You. Welcome to you live from Afro Radio 105.3 FM, and you will watch me there on Facebook. Thank you, where you said don't be part of the program. Well, for now, we want to go for a short music break. A song done for us by Famous, a very nice song. We go enjoy that song there for now, and when we come back, we will come and talk about how women they be affected by this rape issue and how the communities they suffer concerning this.
This life is not easy. Small, not to rush. Money no day today. It go day tomorrow. Your plans no work today. It go work tomorrow. Brother, I know say you don't feel sad. I know say things are really bad. But this man go surely pass, away. One day we go smile up the face. As long as you leave, everything will better. Everything will better. Hey, we go party together. Everything will better. Hey, we go party together. One day, everything will better. One day, hey, we go party together forever. To the dip, put your hands up. To the dip, put your hands up. To the dip, tonight you party. We know they call nobody. Tonight you party. We know they call nobody body. Listen, we go rise, we go shine, we go come back strong, hold tight. It go hard sometimes. Keep your head up, brother, hold tight. What you God don't keep for you, you don't know, yeah. Tell thank you for keep yourself from trouble, yeah. Today, it go there tomorrow. Your plans not work today, it go work tomorrow. But I know say you don't feel sad, oh. I know say things are really bad, oh. But this man go surely pass, oh, away, away. One day we go smile up the face. As long as you live, everything will better. Everything will better. Hey, we go party together. Everything will better. Hey, we go party together. Everything will better. Hey, we go party together forever. To the do, put your hands up. To the do, to the do, put your hands up. To the do, tonight you party. We know they call nobody party. Tonight you party. We know they call nobody parties, yeah. Alright, yeah. I love you guys. La 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 la. Oh yeah.
Just concentrate on just coming. Okay, that was a very nice song done for us by Famous. I want to say thank you all na accept on take on a thing for be part of the program. And we want for appeal to people out there. When it has to do with rape issue, let's not compromise it. When it has to do with rape issue, let's talk about it. Let's tell people about it. Let's talk about it and feel free. Because if we not talk about now the reason that they make we picking and they afraid for can't tell we things the way they affect them. And if man they don't decide for come up together and talk about this rape issue, nothing for we self talk about and nothing for we self work hard and do certain things about them. Mukson, I see say somebody at one particular point in time when people go out there with placards and all, and people then start for say, oh, the one already rep the picking themselves now they told now they go na street. Because we see say some people actually when are perpetrators of this particular crime, because then people are so ashamed to come out and talk about it, or because they get money for tie up their issues there. And when things are like that, they come up, then except they go, it's like a mockery out of them and go into the streets, pretending as if then they in this thing way una the fight for. But deep down, they are the ones actually perpetrating certain things like this. They have cases that have not been brought forth. How una they scrutinize the man the way una they work with? Because it will be a deterrent to una programs if una get perpetrators among una, if una get people away they do them particular thing in the world they talk about a double standard stuff. How una they probe the people away una they work with?
To be sincerely enough with you, I don't think Cements Up Initiative will get such people in one way.
Okay.
Because we not beg anybody for can be part of the initiative. People that can willingly they show up. You don't see the amount of commitment. People are not
yes,
giving...
the willingness might be there because I'm trying to find a shield. Like I'm trying to cover up something. Mm-hmm.
So we are not there to identify the people, because people will come up from different homes, different background, can't join we, follow we demonstrate, do different things on that day on the street, but yet still behind the scene, they are perpetrating some of these issues.
Yes.
We can dictate them because, for example, let us say we don't get a facility in a salon for a lie detector, for detect some of them people in there. So mostly we don't care to identify some of them. But whenever we realize that you now one of them people they are, trust me, we will take it strong against you. And that's why we are calling on the government with regards to the alleged issue of Camerimba. We call on the government and the team when they set up for investigate this particular issue, let them investigate it and thoroughly let them see whether it's guilty or not. So we go get a justice system. We go set an example to each and everybody in our society. We don't care about who you are. Yeah. It's the crime where you commit that we care about. It's not about you influence. Whether you don't feed the thousands of people, whether you don't save thousands of people, but you feeding, you what they call it, all you know they do, don't destroy the life of one individual. We don't know what you get for B in stand tomorrow as a nation who will benefit from. Okay. So we're not capable of determining them, but whenever we realize such people, we eradicate you and we brought you to book.
So they actually like I have to say and do a background check on the people the way say like I go come in and say okay I want to be part of our organization. Actually they do a deep background check on them people in there because it's not about wait till find out because till they find out it already give organization back name. But if get any person way because this has to do with men and the issue has to do with men. If they do a background check on them, will be something very nice.
Men's Up Initiative now is 6-month movement.
Okay.
So the people that always you see on that particular day on the street who then go join me, there were people who came to patronize with us. There were people who had our call. There were people who felt empathy, who felt like they're supposed to be part of this. And I believe from your viewpoint, I believe they came with a genuine feeling. They left their houses. Nobody not give them transport. Whatever mission them they get on that particular day, they always also get for go tomorrow na Kenima. Whatever intention them they get, we don't know it behind the scene. That's why one of the things that we will do is that everybody where they come match with we, they send a picture of you and send a name where you use on your social media. So we track your name with your social media accounts, so we see the kind of stuff that we don't engage in. Because there are people that all about their life in their social media.
Yeah.
So we able to know the kind of person you that you be before they say okay, low make because we get a tag. This is one of the unique movement and demonstration. Whenever we go out there, we get a tag where they identify you see in a part of Men's Up. Once you get this tag here, the tag not on you. You totally don't be discriminated from. We separate you. You're not a part of we.
Okay, like what you say, Men's Up. When I don't say certain things the way government don't do, and we see they don't set up this court with thing where the First Lady and His Excellency don't do. But say sometimes in Sierra Leone they can just set up buildings. Yeah, and the building does up, and then just did it. But waiting suppose what happen inside them building, and they happen. How una get for they follow then cases then the way they happen and then court then they to the latter. See say justice being served.
The government have set up a task force team. The task force team get for inclusive society organizations the way they work on sexual and gender-based violence issues in the country. So within this task force team, I get for be like a consortium group of women and girls-led initiative, the men initiative, they wouldn't get for their part of the task force. This task force get a responsibility for just so they monitor that, then they follow up on each and everything the way they go on at a one-stop center there as well as in court sittings there. And we they also work with organizations the way they deal with in cases that are and deeply because it's not about putting up the structures but it's about them functioning according to what we expect them to be functioning. We not go one tomorrow people then will say okay when I don't achieve the Sexual Offense Act court now where they don't get special one, but we still when they see that they provide justice for the picking or for the woman there. We don't want some of those things to happen. That's why we are calling them. We are telling them that it's not about you giving us this provision. It's not about you approving them. It's not about you setting them up. But we are begging you, please let what needs to be done there. We are begging because we know obviously as people in Kitari, salon laws and paper no more fine, but they work with time. This is the problem. That's why we are calling for effective implementation. We don't know where the problem lies, why the effective implementation is not working, but we believe there is something changing a little bit.
Maybe not the complacency of Sierra Leoneans then, because when they say okay they can't make water well for Unanaya, they don't make the water well. When people go, we will get the water well, not the ensure say this water well be cleaned. This water well here, so we get water from and we make sure say whether everyone make the water well, say this outside, no make sure say water for the commodity first of all. We make sure say we take care of the water well. We will get the water well and we go boil the water well. Because they already make this court. If una way they come and talk against this thing and they not be very effective, just lay back, say okay, the court is there. The court has been set up for let them talk about this and this issue, but logos you don't know, Papa government have don't do it. But we not follow up. You don't feel say issues go come up.
Yeah, you see one thing where even when somebody writes a project where you want done the project, the best way the person go achieve for let the project go be sustainable, hand over to the community. Let it be a community-led action. Let's say, for example, one court in Kenema. Let's say a village close to Kenema or a town very close to Kenema or outside of Kenema, that court day. Let it be handled by the people of that particular community. The building will be taken care of the people of that community day. We go say they don't get the expertise, I might say so. They work out the expertise, then they did it, and let everything we go be done go be a collaborative effort. Let everybody be involved. Let all hands be on deck. Let it not be saying the elites the number for the day, because if the elites the day, we know where elites are. If they think German, you go try for influence the other people and for make go do them right calls. But if the community they do it, some I like right A, so like Z, so big one like free time no sabi. To me, God in this day, whenever you see some of them things that they happen wrong, they condemn her. And then you comes out say, don't say, okay, this not a community health center, like an example like that. Therefore, provide for a free medical service, so they go to repay. One person go there, we country people, government we don't say now free, they will alert it, they will create an alarm because they are aware and get the right information, and government don't say this now. But if they can't, they just can't put on it, and nobody is involved, no grassroots is involved, no consultation, no collaboration. It's in purpose not go serve well as we expect. That's why we want it to be inclusive. And another call and what they make, it should be inclusive. Let them not see we activists then go there, they see we like as a threat. We are going there to do our job. We are going there to follow up. So we're not going to see we then begin say go out, because we have experienced it. I've been to some courtrooms that they ask we the activists them out of the courtrooms, which of course now we work and know what they go do. Civil society organization, they serve as the intermediary between the government and the people down there. We they serve for connect the government with the people there. What in the government not able for do, we know so they're capable of doing. When they're not able for do, all the people then say the government not do for you, so we go channel and through the government, and this the people then say they want to do. But sometimes some of these institutions see us as a threat. And they should not see us as a threat. They should see us as friends, because we are all in the same thing. We are all trying to achieve the same goal.
Okay. Don't forget to say you're listening to Talk with T, where I come to you live from Afro Radio 105.3 FM, and you will watch me there live on Facebook. You self can be part of the program by sending in your comments. We go read them here for you. You whether out there where they listen to Afro Radio, you can send your comments to 1053 and we go read them here for you. We get on a comment that we don't come inside, but we'll take them shortly. Mukson, like what you say, you guys have been driven away from the courtroom. Have you raised alarm about that? Have you talked about it? Because if una don't the fight for them thing and una go to the courtroom for go make sure say justice has been done, then you have been driven away. Una don't talk about things like that. They follow una self, you get right for going inside the courtroom and talk about things.
Yeah, of course. You see, then say we demonstration will create some impact. But when we all those placards, we get different types of message that we put there. Whenever you there inside your motor car, or you do in your office, you peep in your window, you see them placards, then you go not say where they convey different messages there. We they convey another message that we need for get access. Access to information is one of privilege. I don't think it's not a privilege, because it's part of our constitutional mandate that the citizens of this country need to get access to information. So if we're there in the courtroom, we not get access. That means we have been deprived of getting the right information. And that one of the things the OK Rights Power placard say, we need a free, fair justice system, because once you don't ask an activist for left a courtroom, you say, okay, you need a social worker, you need this kind of person for the day. He's an activist, that is professional, that's what he's doing. You need for alarm for letting another room day for a witness. You might not know say na inclined or even if not inclined, but at the same goal it will work towards, na organization they work towards. So whenever it in another courtroom, I believe they need for get that kind of respect or honor for say it's supposed to be there. We don't raise alarm, we don't raise concern on the issues in it. And I believe that they can work on the and I start to say when they not open, and so when we go begin a court sitting and then go allow activists there for witness and proceedings there.
Okay, so don't they talk about things like that they were before, and we hope say government self go put on that thing, and the government self go allow as activists them for the follow them case to the latter, because it can be discouraging. Because if me not an activist, then go then drive me so inside 1 10 2 10, so I will feel discouraging for go there again. But if I get the privilege for go there and follow through waiting they happen, I will go and follow them cases there to the latter. as I've been the actioner, when they don't create this court, yes, government don't create this court, but most of the time, yeah, would they see say certain cases then they way not they go through the right procedures because some of them people there get money, some of them people there get influence, some of them people there get the right for say, okay, no, this thing where they happen, so me I able to put her under control. Like because we see say most of them big man then and then dependent small. Me I don't know what's in the discipline people picking themselves. Small picking the way you cannot even imagine. They start first for let people picking past the one the way born there. Later on, the next thing I for just tamper with them. How una they follow up with them particular big guns cases then they where una know say this it could be the law could be tampered with when it comes to this.
You know, like where they say so. I said I won't repeat this again. I'll talk about Aisha in show where Aisha host me. Aisha say,
Okay.
I say one of the things that we will get a problem is that the judiciary system favors some set of people also in society,
Exactly.
and we don't want that to happen. We want a judiciary way free and fair. Previously, I remember I was watching Julius Malema, a freedom fighter from South Africa. Hey, when they asked her out of the court, the parliament, he make a statement. I'm not walking out of this parliament. I control this house. I was voted to be in this house. So you know they asked me as an MP for left this house. And when they say for left, he say if you ask me for left, I will sue you in a court. Why he say they sue the speaker of house in a court is because he knows that the justice system is an independent body, which does not favor anyone. So he knows say if you go there go complain, why then for asking as an MP in a court for let it work out. He knows say he go get that kind of justice where he get. But sometimes we find out that some of these people there, because of the influence, a friend of mine, I'm not going to name Enemia, was detained at the CID for almost 1 week. After being detained for 1 week, he better work on a cover investigation on sexual penetration. We go for deal with somebody when I high profile in this country, who know call him profession, where people they also call him profession immediately. People then go know some like the kind of person this yes. So waiting happen just because they don't do undercover investigation through WhatsApp, able to collect some information from the person, and those are the information we for not able to use for channel. Let the picking go get justice.
Okay.
Later on, I don't know whether get hold of his phone or whether realize say maybe they do undercover investigation. Then take the post. The post was there on public on Facebook.
Okay.
The conversation leak out on Facebook unknowingly to him. So they invite her on respond to the invitation at CID. Then go detain her for almost a week. In return, when they release her, you not get informed again. See, so the phone we can use for doing work has been held by the CID officers.
So they
They
release
said
the person and
they released her
phone
and the
left.
phone left there. It's because of the person in influence and the person in personality make then detain and they without not get no reason why they detain and they for.
Okay.
He's an activist.
So you
He
see,
did do
you see
undercover
that some of the
investigation.
deterrents and then they towards cases there like this. People are there. They cannot talk about issues like this. They then so they shy away from their issues. They so no one want for talk about them because they go say, hey, that person there, if I talk about her, you know what it go happen, you know what it go how I will end up and things like that.
You know, there's one thing I love about Nelson Mandela. I always think of this word. He said for peace to reign in society or for a war to end. He said there are those who sacrifice their lives. The people who then die. He said, you know how we call those people? He said we call them as heroes. He said those are the people we call as heroes. It's not the people who go fight big war and they win. We call them heroes. It's those people who sacrifice their life for something that will know that in 10, 20, 1500 years, it continues to be in society, sustainable. That change will not happen. It will never repeat itself again. This guy, I will tell you, say one of the heroes then, because imagine the tenant at the CID, the kind of horrible condition we could be into. Then left hand without info, they almost a month, get in cell phone. And a university student, a final year student for that matter, who knows maybe in dissertation maybe they always the right there on phone. Who knows the assignment then, other work then. So he has been completely pushed back because of improfession. And you see some of them people or in passion in job where they carry out. You see some of them people are. Because of the influence, they come and deal with the person, and nothing is being done about that. When you go, then the same police will tell you to report, also formal report against the same person. But the person already, I don't make when I don't do me. So then you are asking me also for a report. Similar, they get a threat from a case over the work on. When the people that be threatening me at the Brookfield community, the people who get the case, I report to the court, say that they threaten me. The court say I go make a formal report. Which of course they see the perpetrators there. When the alleged people already threaten me, they see that. You're still asking me to go and make a formal report also. You don't see the people already. I've already made a report to you. Is this not a formal report I've made?
Yeah, I know. So we get things away we need for doing our justice system. We need for straightening up certain things and certain things, and then I don't need for take them light. My family, I'm not for get say you listen to talk with you. They come to you live from Afro Radio 105.3 FM, and you also do watch you live now Facebook. You self can be part of the program by sending in your comments. We go take some of our text message and now we don't come in. This one say, thank you Tricia, you're doing a great job. And this one say, men's up when again una get for go out in the streets. And this other one say, some of their organization there na them no more way. Then they wait for make money. Okay, then we go now Facebook. We get somebody. We get this one from Collins Cole. We wave and say happy belated birthday. Okay, that's my birthday. We wave. Thank you very much, Collins. And we get thumbs up from Wakasamat Sis. That name they long. Anyways, I keep on a comments them coming in and we go read them now. So for honor, we there about for can to the end of the program, and you don't talk a lot about our organization and how we don't what I don't do and waiting we don't achieve over the years, because we got a lot of organization that we don't do similar things that we want to they do. So waiting on our next goal. For now, waiting on our next goal is not about going out in the streets anymore. Waiting on our next goal.
We next goal, I mentioned earlier, so we want to see the attitude of men and boys change towards.
So how would they do that then?
We get for engage them, training them, pitching the
because the so some of them it's inbuilt, eh?
Yes.
It's
so
in there.
We need to break that inbuilt. We need to make it accessible. We access the problem into them. The way how their mindset they perceive some information, the way how they see women. It's let me tell you another thing where they affect we again. When we couldn't even get people who they rape also boys then. Recently the rape issue the way it happened between 7-year-old and 8-year-old and rape then they also all is let me say sexual penetration. What happened is pornography.
Okay.
These young people are so addicted to watching pornography, and psychologically, when you do watch pornography, the kind where your mind they become toxic.
Yes.
Every object, every part, any side we as you don't know watch porn, where woman pass before you go feel like no more get access to them. So that object, that picture, so we want to change that mentality. We're also going to campaign for cyber control. We'll get a cyber control system in the country. You remember the issue of the unwatched girl, what happened? If we have a cyber control in this country, within a second, when they post them videos then on Facebook, should have been taken off. Yeah. When such issues them happen, I remember in 2015, an Islamic military group, they assassinate somebody in Mali. Then post on YouTube. Before you to take 1 minute, CNN the report, I was on YouTube, the video has been taken off. Because they get control over the
but then they get for really takes a big time.
They get control over that.
Then they get for take time because you notice how if certain things that happen, it really get for take time. It get for take time. But anyways, we appeal to our government to improve on with cyber services, and we get the cyber control for things like that the way they happen in our communities. And also we get for work towards this rape issue. Let us still not can't worse past corona, because it gets worse in every day.
Tricia, the number of cases of corona compared to the number of cases of rape cases in this country is way far behind.
Okay, well,
so rape cases above corona, because we see the statistics every day on TV of the corona cases, them right confirmed cases, discharge, those who have recovered.
So it's your work.
You rate it. We'll just say last year figure 8,500. Imagine we have not recorded over 3,000 corona cases, right?
Nasalon worldwide, they don't record pants.
Yes, worldwide. But for Sierra Leone, so if we've had rape cases that are above, so rape cases in this country are very alarming. The number high.
Okay.
It's high. The death toll is even high because we don't get people that don't even die when they don't even realize of rape then die off. Because one thing where they also kill them, the society, the stigma where the society they create on the way how it affects them academically, they affect them emotionally, they affect even the physical well-being also.
Okay. Thank you, Mukson, where you don't be part of the program today. Thank you, where you don't can enlighten me and tell them about our Men's Up initiative, where man then they come up for talk to them, company man them, because this we got to take the bull by the horn. The right issues them, talk about them. If we stop to talk about them, it will continue to happen. This is high time we need to talk about them. Please, that double standard, you are doing it. Stop it now. No, they do then you they hide behind organizations them for let them cover you for say okay, make them feel say you are not doing it. It's high time we need for encourage, be picking them for let them grow tomorrow. Then the thing we also don't get alarming family them, please. It's not only the girl picking them. They will not forget we boy picking them. They will parents them, please watch you picking. Watch you picking outside they go, who they play with. Let nobody not let you picking past you because this is where it starts. Now me human this. I begin talk to responsible. Begin by eating them for her. Now me man this. I begin talk to responsible. Begin by eating them. You begin like me picking. Me on picking. Me titles when me born so possibly let can pass me. I not beg you there. Not let can pass me. Not let people picking pass the way I'm on my papa. Not get special interest. If you have a genuine interest to help kids, go out there. Use the right channel. Not go say na direct one-on-one. This genuine interest when me get for this particular picking a one-on-one, me want help him. No, it's wrong. It's against the law. So please, fambul them out there. We watch we picking them, parents them. There will be a lot. We watch we picking them. And also, we will not just see anybody. We just smile and open it to we say, this person is genuine. No. That we really work towards what government don't say. We work hand in hand. And then in there go. Come to a stop. If the community is not alert, the parents they're not alert, the security forces they're not alert. This case, even the court will don't make for nothing because at the end of the day, the people themselves for them at the court go gains. But till I meet on again next week, Sunday for another edition of Talk with T. I've been your host, Tricia. I want to say thank you to my studio engineer DJ L and my producer Roxanne Leonean Philly, my executive producer John Conte, and to AfriCell, Afri Radio, Afri Money for giving me the space for talk and for making that it gets me live here. And also I want to say thank you to Big Things Poetry Limited, where they power this program every week for letting meet you live on Facebook and also on YouTube. My family them do here for Let's Talk with T grow. The only way for Let's Talk with T grow now for make you go out there, like the page on Facebook, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. This program will go to the height we no ever want. It's high time that YouTube and Facebook recognize this show. Thank you. Till I meet you again. I've been Tricia.